tore both ACLs, osteoarthritis, and no cartilage in his knees. Can now squat and deadlift over 300 pounds, pain-free at age 50. Now, his squats were not like some of the ones I'm about to show you. He got to about parallel. His tibia did not bend too much at all. He was very vertical there. I kept the knee flexion as little as possible. He sat his hips way back. Definitely not a power squat, but he was still able to get the job done and get pretty damn low. So there's a way to squat around that problem. Anybody familiar with Ken Leisner? Who's got Ken Leisner? So this guy is a chiropractor. He used to write for USA Powerlifting. Jeff Whitmer's dad was roommates with him. He was the best friend from college. Jeff lives here. He is a famous writer in weightlifting circles. He's actually, ironically, a proponent of HIIT training. Not a big fan of it, but this is a perfect example. So my first answer would be, why is that guy not huge from lifting such heavy weight? Because he doesn't do enough reps. Well, he does 5 reps or below. That builds density, not much hypertrophy. This guy is 165 pounds, 50 years old. Actually, probably older than that in this. Does 415, I believe, for 23 reps.
Holy shit.
23 friggin' reps. Now, they asked him, what do you think your max back squat is? And he said, 415 pounds. So it's all specific training. So if you look at the Fred Hatfield and Tom Platt's article out there in the picture, they're both squatting a very similar technique, but they truly don't when it comes down to it. But they had a competition squat off where it was like 500 something for max reps, and then they did the max 1 rep max squat competition. Fred Hatfield squatted 1,000 pounds, one of the best squatters in powerlifting of all time. Tom Platt's, anyone? Freakiest legs of all time in bodybuilding. We all
500 for about 20 reps,
yeah.
something like that.
I got a video of it. But freakish legs in bodybuilding history ever. So there's your argument there for bodybuilders in leg development. But Tom Platt's trained much higher volume, higher volume, not just 1 rep sets. So like Leisner does. Leisner would do 1 set. So he would do a set of 135 for 1 rep, 225 for 1 rep, 315 for 1 rep, load up 415, hit it 23 times. That's how he did his approach. Had he done 23 reps in all those sets and maybe 2 more sets with 415 and hit failure, I think his hypertrophy results would have been much more greater than what he has. Likewise, Platt's trained like a bodybuilder widespread. He was more into training athletes and powerlifters. So I'll leave that there. Now, Hatfield, he could actually, so you would think that he should be able to do more reps than Platt's, right? If he could squat 1,000 pounds, Platt's was like a 700-something pound max back squat. So you would think, in a rational world, that Hatfield could squat a lot more reps with 500 pounds, right? Actually, he only got like 15 or 16 something reps compared to Platt's 23, where Platt's 1 rep max is around 700 and Hatfield's was 1,000 pounds. But what's going on there? That's specificity of training, basically, is all it is. So the stronger I am, though, the better I am to do a sub-max weight for higher reps. That's another reason slamming against marathon training versus HIIT. So if I do go sprint training, I'm going to be a better marathon runner. The more marathon runs and mileages I run, I'm not going to transfer that to sprint training. Transfer the same idea to strength training. Now, if you look at the difference, though, in Platt's to Hatfield, Platt's 1 rep max comparison was nowhere near as good as Hatfield's 1 rep max to his higher volume training. So he had more of a benefit of probably training overall, you could argue, from squatting heavier. But, sorry. Either way, different style of training, different results from the type of training. So anyway, here is 165 pound guy, 23 reps. Probably won't watch all of it. It's only 3 reps, or 6 reps. Already looks like it's the max.
A lot of red muscle fibers.
That's done at age 50.
What's that, 2 years out?
And he's burying those low. I don't know if you can see how low he's hitting it. That looks pretty. I think he's raw too. I don't think he's getting it.
Jesus, man.
That's just sick. But enough of that. That's just one example. Jesse Marinde, I think he took 2nd in the world's strongest man competition. This is actually, I can do this here. This is 4.7 for 20. But, gotta throw this out there. So he's a super heavyweight strongman. He does a clean up to like 375. 396. So he starts his workout like this. I think it's his top. He's now dead at age 27.
Really?
20 reps. 4-7. Down, up, like a pogo stick. That's after his hamstrings and calves. He's over 6 foot, I'm pretty sure. Got Olympic shoes on. Knee sleeves on with the knees. Anyway, he gets 20. He's now dead from some kind of, I think, brain aneurysm training. Steroid abuse. Pretty easy to figure that one out. Here is the perfect form of a squat, though. The Asians make this look real good. Some of it's because of their mechanics, limb lengths and whatnot, but this is beauty. Butt back, knees out, chest and eyes up. For a million times. Now watch his bottom position. Look at his torso. Chest is up and out. Postural position. Okay, if you take the bottom of his legs off there, it looks like he's standing straight up. He's not leaning way over. It's perfection. Nice and flawless. From the backside, now people have asked me, why do I teach such an extended spine position and eyes up so much? These guys are my answer. They are dominating the world in every single weight class in weightlifting. They have to squat an enormous amount of volume all week long, and ask someone who does that fuck any science paper or what any PT or whoever says it, the proof's in the pudding on a guy who's got to go and do the volume day in, day out and not have pain. So he's got his knees coming out there. They do have their feet slightly more slanted than I would like to see, but see how his butt goes back, knees go out. He takes his shirt off for a second. I think you can see a better position of his spine. Nice and fluid though. This is not what a powerlifting grinder squat looks like. This is flawless. Ease it down, drive out. Ease it down, drive out. Watch his back. How concave is it? That's why back squatting. The argument a lot of times is back squatting is bad for the low back, and athletes can't handle it. Strengthen the back. It's that simple. That's why hyperextensions come before back squats. But who's to say this can't strengthen your back? It's specificity again. Now, look how mobile his knees are there too. That's going to happen in this environment. The whole goal of their squatting, though, it's positional development and preparation, but the whole point is to recover from a clean. So I do the same thing. I will squat till my knees will cave, until everything caves, until I can't stand up with the bar. Why? Because my ultimate goal is to stand up with a clean jerk. Chris can testify to how ugly my cleans look when I stand up with them. But it's better than getting pinned. So see that knee wobble? When he fights him right away, abducts him right back out. Okay. Look at that bar. There's times he's all suited up here for even playing. 500 pounds for 23 reps. We won't watch it, but there it is. Now this is something that is very interesting. You guys heard of Pat Mendez? Okay, he's 19 years old. He's about to create a lot of history right now. He's been hyped up as the strongest teenager in the world. Shane Hammond was the best Olympic lifter in the United States heavyweight. He's snatched 197, clean jerked about 236. This kid at age 19 has already beat both of those lifts. Badly. Shane has squatted over 1,000 pounds in powerlifting. He's a legend in the sport, and arguably people say he could have been way better if he got started earlier and he had some mental problems to get into heavy lifts, but never hit his peak truthfully. Well, this guy squats 7 days a week. 7 days a week. When I first heard this, I was like, that's bullshit. He's juiced out of his mind, and chances are he is. He's been dodging USA weightlifting for a long time and has gotten out of a lot of drug tests and whatnot. But if you look at his training program, he squats twice a day, and he squats to a 1 rep max, then does an amazing amount of volume after that. And he does 2s, 3s, or 5s for up to 50 reps minimum in every single workout. This is twice a day, 6 days a week. So if someone is going to have knee pain or problems or back pain, this is the guy to talk to. 19 years old. And he's actually, there's all this debate. So he has not registered for USA weightlifting. He's definitely on steroids. He's been dodging all the he can't even qualify for the Olympics yet until he gets on no advanced notice drug testing until at least a year out. So, however, he did just sign up for the American Open competition in 2 weeks, so we'll find out the truth. Is he just dodging the drug test or what? Charles Poliquin is actually offering him $1,000 for any national record he breaks, so that's why he's decided to come out and actually compete. However, the point of this, you guys haven't heard much about this, but I had the meet of my life in June for the Nationals. Best of my training's ever gone, hit some PR back squats, and then after that, I had this pain in my VMOs, not my knees, my VMOs soft tissue that I never had in my life. I've been lifting since I was 10 years old. First workout was 20 rep squats. 19 years of squatting. Never had any pain of any kind. I was flawless with it. This year, all of a sudden, VMOs just got all inflamed. They were killing me. I talked to Tracy, got physical therapy work. I talked to Dina, got chiropractic work. I stretched it. I followed what all experts say in terms of resting and backing off. Squats are maybe not good for me. Maybe I'm getting old, blah, blah, blah. I tried everything that by the book first, and then I was like, you know what, my career's not over. I just hit the lifts of my life. I'm desperate. So I need to squat to hit positions. My problem was I was getting into the full lifts. It was so painful I couldn't bounce or rebound out. What did I do? Started squatting every day. It's been about a little over a month now. It's the best my knees have felt all year. So I can finally hit the bottom and rebound out. I'm not doing any kind of specialty stretching other than snatches, clean and jerks, front squats, back squats. I'm front squatting, back squatting 6 days a week now. I'm not hitting the bottom he's hitting. Now, if you think about the relativity of it, I've been doing full snatches and clean jerks 6 days a week for 3 to 5 years now, for a long time. If I can adapt to that, why can't I adapt to some amount of squatting? I'm hitting a daily rep maximum, which is what I've always done in the Olympic lifts. I thought, okay, it's like shooting baskets, it's just technique work. But squatting is a strength exercise. It doesn't make any sense to do this every single day. It's going to tear down my muscle tissues. They need 48 to 72 hours to recover. That stuff doesn't apply. Throw it out the window. The body will adapt to anything you put it through. This is a perfect testament to that. And all I know, I didn't do anything fancy, and I did all the fancy shit. It didn't work until I started training the squat every single day with the correct positions. I have been using knee wraps lately to overload my legs to get them to. It's not heavy on my back. It's not heavy anywhere. I do get some marginal pain when I'm pushing it and I'm rebounding super hard out of the bottom. So it's a specific requirement I need to hit the bottom and drive out hard. I get a little pain with that, so I've been using the knee wraps to deaden the pain so I can hit a real hard super rebound. I've always been against them until right now, because I'm desperate. Moral of the story is I'm squatting 6 days a week right now, and I never thought, we had this conversation before, and I thought it was absolutely insane. But it's the matter of volume. So I've gone very slow. My first approach to this was pain-free range of motion each day, and I'll push it. I used to squat high volume 2 days a week. Like say 7 5s one day, 10s the other day, something like that. And that's how my legs got the strongest ever. But that did not work for me coming out of nationals, and the knee pain developed. Now it's just simply going through the motion. So it's like a stretch with a barbell on my back is all it is. Think of it that way. So this guy is, they say he's going to have the biggest back squat of all time. This is raw at 800 pounds, age 19. Watch him rebound out of the hole. Chamois squats, chamois. That's a bit of a grinder there, but still clean. His knees are out. Guys, you might not actually squat tonight, we just might continue to talk. You'd rather do that than squat, I think. No bands, no chains, no Louis Simmons bullshit.
Damn.
19 years old. He started training about 3 years ago.
What's he weigh?
Got a soul inside you.
He's a heavyweight, right?
Yeah. And
Cameraman, he's there.
Yeah. Cameraman's like, when I pick that up.
He's ready.
so let's just notice everything. Where are his feet? Where is his eyes at? How's his back look? All those things. You know, he's not breaking position. This is not sloppy or ugly. This is rock solid. Bam, rebound out.
Mm-hmm.
That transfer to vertical jumping power, getting out of a chair, you name it, king. Well, that looks really good, king too.
Not in a rack, no spot.
7 days a week he squats. I mean, I need to send you guys this link and read it. Just it's something you would not think it's even possible. I don't know. It's the best my legs have felt. So anyway,
What's your splits?
rep scheme or
Yeah.
I work up to a 3-2-1 max every single day, relatively to what I can handle that day. Yesterday I hit the best I've hit since nationals actually. Today I hit I front squatted 180 kilos today. Did it yesterday. And back squatted 230 kilos yesterday and 210 today. But last week it was kind of up, and each day is a little different. I'm not hitting an ultimate max each day, but certain days I can kind of ebb and flow a little bit, and I can target for a certain day.
Depends on how you feel each day, right?
So so my normal split before was Wednesdays and Saturdays I would hit high volume. So Wednesdays would be my super, like I would do, volume for me would be 5. Let's say it's a 5x5 on a Wednesday. Saturdays would be a max 3-2-1. Then I may throw some volume in after that. And that's the next wave of adaptation I'm going to put myself through is more volume on Wednesdays and Saturdays the same way, but now I'm still squatting every day to a relative max. And the reason I did that for the snatch and clean jerk is because it's a measuring stick of where my recovery is each and every single day. So if you think about training the nervous system, you can get away with a lot. I could snatch maximum and clean jerk maximum every single day if there's no other variables. If I didn't squat or did any strength work that would cause my muscles to break down, I could do that every single day. I'm convinced of it. But when I squat to failure and break the tissue down, yeah, there's a feedback loop or a rebound that I have to go through. The next day will be weak. The following day I might be 90%. The third day I'm super compensated, literally in 3 days. So that's the nature of this. It's way more refined, and you're looking at differences in 12 to 24 hours of that adaptation versus a macro cycle. That's all. I'm done with it. It's what you can handle each day, and so definitely over the months, the squat's gone up probably 10 kilos a week for the last few weeks. It's up quick. It started. First of all, pain went away. Now strength's coming back very quickly. So as time goes on, I'm not going to add the volume he does. There's no way. That's drug induced. I know a girl who's very good friends with his coach, and inside word is, yeah, they are doing. But we'll see what happens with the drug testing. I don't think that's humanly possible to take that much volume. The Bulgarians have done this shit forever. He got his training style from Antonio Christ, that would snatch 216 kilos, heaviest snatch of all time. That's exactly where he got his methodology from. It's snatch, clean, jerk, back squat to that. Most of the Bulgarians did front squats more often, but they're prone to back squats. Reason being, probably his main rationale, and I get this, is that what's going to overload the legs more? Back squat. Why do you fail the front squat? Upper back fails out. You can't hold the bar as well. So I look at it this way: I back squat so I can front squat more, and I front squat so I can clean heavy. I hate front squats. It's my least favorite lift. The only reason I do them is so I can clean more. Otherwise, I'd be back squatting exclusively probably because I hate front squats. They're just that hard. But how do I get my front squat up? Not front squats to death. It's actually back squats that will feed into a stronger front squat, because that's what's going to overload the legs. That's the only reason I'm using those knee wraps. That's my story, at least. I think that's all I'm going to look at here. Clucky's got some amazing positions. 6'2" guy that I showed you. Overhead squat, ass to grass. Ankles, his hips are between his ankles there. That's excessively wide, but that's what happens in the nature of own cliff. We'll get down to that down the road. But tall guy, world champion. Awesome position. We could go into bilateral, unilateral debate, but I don't want to scream, so I won't go into it. Front squat. I like single leg squat work a lot, but it's always secondary to back squats. I'll leave it to that. Front squat position there, elbows up. His hamstrings are on his calves. Celeste Vossmer thinks I'm joking. Hamstrings are on the calf. 6'2" guy. Now, yes, you could argue that's probably a bit excessive for the knee there. It's extreme. This is the Olympics. I mean, things are going to happen. But take as much of that, if you will, to this sort of population. It's going to take pressure off the knees, if anything. If you get that rebound out of the squats, instead of stopping on a dime and causing that to turn around and overcome that extra force there. So, other than that, okay, I'll stop this.